What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Zero Productions, you guys. So we have some casting news for Marvel Studios and their Disney Plus show. Newly Disney Plus show that was announced by Kevin Feige at D23, Moon Knight. Now, apparently they are looking for a Jewish-type Zac Efron Israeli actor for the role. I was like, okay, that's interesting. They want to stay true and give the comic book the authenticity that it has, but being brought to the big screen for the first time. I can respect that. And most people are saying, well, why not Zac Efron? Zac Efron. I was like, you know what? I hated on Zac Efron in high school because the whole High School Musical bullshit. But, you know, as the years progressed, you know, he was in that Ted Bundy show on Netflix and, not show, that movie, and I've seen a couple other of his movies. They're not bad. They're not terrible. And he's not a terrible actor. So I wouldn't necessarily mind having Zac Efron step in as a role as Mark Spector for this Disney Plus, show. I feel like that would be a good move for Marvel. Obviously, this guy's a physical fit perfectionist. I mean, this guy, I saw him in that movie Baywatch. This dude was freaking yoked and ripped like Hugh Jackman looked in The Wolverine. It was insane. So I can see him landing the role. And he's worked with Disney before, obviously, High School Musical. Some people were even saying Shia LaBeouf. I was like, yo, I love Shia LaBeouf. I've loved Shia LaBeouf since fucking Even Stevens, Holes. Like, his movies are good. I want to see Honey Boy, and I want to see Peanut Butter Falcon. Definitely when those movies come out, I'm going to have to, cop them. But I know that the media sees Shia LaBeouf in a very different way than other people do. I know he struggled with I think personality disorder or whatever it is, but it seems like he's getting back on track. It really does. I saw him on First We Feast, the Hot Wing show on Netflix, YouTube, which is hilarious. The best episode ever on that little series was Shia LaBeouf. That shit was so funny. Just hear him talking about his childhood, the stories with him and Tom Hardy fighting. And he's just a funny guy. He really is. And every time he looked into the camera, he's like, I'm sad as shit right now. Look at me. I'm crying. Like, it was just so fucking funny to me. I mean, in that interview, he was looking yoked too. His shoulders were massive. I was like, what are you getting so big for, bro? What's your next role? I was like, something that, everybody else doesn't know? But I found that kind of interesting. But I wouldn't mind Shia LaBeouf. I really like Shia LaBeouf as well. But, I found these casting rumors to be not rumors. I guess they're true. I mean, Marvel Studios hasn't came out and officially said anything, but some of the sources that are stating this have been very reliable and credible sources. So for now, I'm gonna say it is true. But I'm pretty interested to see Moon Knight in the MCU, guys. I can't wait to get a couple of his comics and read about him because I haven't read any of his comics. And apparently, with the whole Ghost Rider cancellation on Hulu, Marvel's looking to to introduce the Midnight Suns, Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Blade, Ghost Rider. I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's a solid, scary ass lineup. That'd be like the Dark Avengers type ordeal, like DC's, Dark Justice League. And I feel like they can land that shit. Mahershala Ali, ooh, as Blade. Yeah, I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait to see the things that we are going to be getting into, like the whole supernatural world is going to be introduced into the MCU. After, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I feel like that's really going to trigger it. And then, vampires and all that shit, like, damn, I cannot wait. I am so thrilled to see what kind of weird supernatural shit we get in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, that's going to be so intriguing to me. Even just Moon Knight himself, like, I want to know, I want to see his whole origin, on the big screen. I'm so curious about it. But here's a little synopsis of his origin. Left for dead in a desert on a mercenary mission in Egypt, where an idol of the Egyptian moon god, Khonshu, saved him and gave him moon-based powers. That just sounds badass already. Like, it really does. And his first appearance was Werewolf by Night, issue number 32, August 1975. So he's been around for quite some time. And I think in the 80s, correct me if I'm wrong, he got his own solo issue. But like I said, you're dealing with Moon Knight, supernatural things, werewolves, like all this shit. Like, it's going to be an interesting take on what we see and how we see the MCU evolve in such a unique way that we haven't seen before. going cosmic, going supernatural, like all of that elements to these stories that are coming forward into Phase 4, into Phase 5 is what is really intriguing to me. And I'm not too sure when Moon Knight is going to come out, if that's going to be Phase 4 or Phase 5, because Kevin Feige just announced Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel, but he didn't give them dates. But those are just Disney Plus streaming shows that are going to be hitting pretty soon, maybe in the next 2 to 3 years. But I'm excited, you guys. Post your comments down below. Let me know who you guys think would be a perfect casting for Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Post your comments down below, you guys, and thank you for taking time today for watching CEO Productions. Peace.